Remember, today is my wife's ovulation day. You really need to put in some effort, so she can get pregnant soon.
President Jack, this sort of thing. I don't understand why you want me to handle it. My father is in the late stages of cancer.
He said, before he dies, if he doesn't see his eldest grandson,
he'll let my brother inherit. Ivy Group, infertility. Carrying on the family line.
In this life of mine, I'm afraid there's no way out. Jason, aside from you as my secretary, I can't trust anyone else. All of this depends on you. Honey, have you finished your bath?
Coming. Usually, you don't pass, so why are you rushing to submit homework? Are you planning to brush me off again?
Look at what this is. Honey, as long as you put on this blindfold, I promise I'll definitely satisfy you.
How about it? Why wear it? Bad students have a lot of stationery.
Honey, isn't this exciting? Maybe I'll succeed this time. We got it right on the first try.
You better perform well. Don't mess up like before. And turn in a blank paper.
Put it on my wife. Tomorrow, you will officially take charge of the project. With my brother's secretary, Megan will accompany you for the handover. You know what needs to be done. You have a good idea, right?
I will definitely help you. Take down your brother Rick, Qian.
Him. But he is my biological brother.
Understood. Then I will go easy on him.
Everyone, due to Greg 1's leadership of the project team, resulting in severe losses for 3 consecutive quarters. The group has decided to demote him to supervisor, Jason Zhou, officially taking the lead. Everyone, welcome.
Welcome, Manager Zhu.
Boss. From now on, I'm at your service.
Wherever you need me.
I'll be there.
The group suppliers collectively reported that every project you handle takes an 8% kickback. Even the group's deputy director is in cahoots with you. Care to explain? No need to be nervous. Just a routine inquiry. It's not about whether you can please the boss.
Boss. I would love to please you. But the group is promoting integrity and fighting corruption, you say at this critical moment.
I am the head of the project department. I say you can do it. You're capable. I'm telling you, you're not capable. You're good at this. It's not good either. What do you think?
Look, is this acceptable or not?
It's clear at a glance. It's a good piece of work. If anyone says you're taking kickbacks again, I think that's nonsense.
Exactly.
Hold on. Right in front of me, you dare to openly accept bribes. Jason Zhou, do you want to be reported?
Bribery, Secretary Liang, you can't just open your eyes and lie like that. If you don't believe me, ask everyone. Is this true? No, it's not.
You haven't learned to act like a decent person, but you're quite good at acting like an official. It's really lifelike.
If you want to progress quickly, you have to get along with the leaders, randomly accusing and offending the leaders. This kind of thinking is not acceptable.
Your awareness needs improvement.
If you insist on believing that I am bribing, go ahead and report me to the group. My rank is right here. Who do you think you are? Let's have everyone judge. Look, doesn't she seem like a ridiculous joke?
Fine.
Jason Zhou, you.
Get out.
Openly demanding bribes, accepting bribes, right? That bastard Jack Qian sure has raised a good dog.
Leader. The group is currently promoting integrity and fighting corruption. Jason Zhou is committing crimes openly. You should really put an end to his evil ways. And President Jack has lost his right-hand man. How is he going to compete with you in the future?
Then go and inform them. The employees who reported Jason Zhou will receive a bonus at the end of the month. And by the way, pass the recorded evidence to the audit department my sister is in charge of.
Understood. Using a borrowed knife to kill, huh?
200,000. Greg Wang embezzled quite a bit, huh?
Then we'll see if your brother falls for it.
With Rick Keen's personality, he definitely will.
Bella.
You still have the nerve to call me Bella? Look at the things you've done. Voluntarily gave Rick Chen leverage, made more than half of the company's employees write complaint letters. Jason Zhu. Have you forgotten whose side you are on?
Honey, calm down.
Bella, I will definitely give you an explanation.
Explanation. Do you think I would still trust you?
Jason Zhou, you are suspected of bribery and accepting bribes. Please come with us to undergo a routine inquiry by the audit department.
This matter needs to be investigated. It's also me and your big brother who investigate first. It's not up to the audit department yet. Initiate the inquiry process. This is making a big deal out of nothing.
Janet. Jason Zhu is my secretary.
Jack, you and Rick within the group, forming cliques and fighting internally. I can't control that, but no matter who it is, dares to violate the group's internal regulations. As the head of the audit department, I have zero tolerance. Take them away.
Janet.
Miss Chen, there's no need to make things difficult for my boss. And Bella, I'll accept the inquiry instead.
Jason Zhou. The audit department has already obtained from Megan Liang evidence of your bribery and corruption, all the video material. Admit it early, so as not to delay my work.
I can't admit it.
What did you say?
Megan Liang is Rick Qian's secretary. Her evidence is worthless. Why should I admit it?
Stop pretending to be clueless here. Stop pretending to be clueless here. Let me tell you. Just for resisting the investigation, I can get you a disciplinary action. Lost the project leader position.
No, Miss Qian. Such a big responsibility, I can't handle it. How about this? I'll explain. I'll honestly explain. Isn't that enough?
Remember.
It's scary. What I want to say is, my record is very clean. If you don't believe me, I can take off my pants and show you.
Jason Zhou, am I being too nice to you?
I'll just say one thing. Not only have I not been corrupt, but even if I were, so what? The entire group is involved in corruption. Am I the only one left out?
Don't think I don't know. What you're doing is to cover up for Greg Wang's kickback issues. So you must have received quite a few benefits from him, right? But let me tell you, even if you don't speak up, I have a way too to pry open Greg Wang's mouth and find out exactly how much interest exchange exists between you.
Go ahead and investigate. If you have the guts, dig until you hit the bottom. If you find something, I'll admit it. Otherwise, I seriously doubt your audit department just likes to put on airs and show off. Without any real ability, you're all just a bunch of useless people. Especially you, the leader. So stupid. And useless.
Immediately seal off the project department. Conduct a comprehensive review of all project materials.
Hello, Vice President Gao, it's me. You and President Rick have to save me. If this matter gets out to others, it will be hello. Hello. Hello.
Miss Qian, the audit results are out.
Immediately and urgently, strictly supervise Vice President GAO, notify all the executives in the group to have a meeting.
Yes.
Everyone, today there's only one proposal, and that is to openly and fairly audit Jason Zhu's issues.
Can't find any evidence, so you want an open audit. Fabricating evidence, isn't that too much?
Fabricating. Then why don't you explain to everyone, what is the relationship between you and Vice President GAO? How many interests are involved between you?
What do you mean?
Through a comprehensive audit by the audit department, projects handled by Greg Wang were discovered. There are as many as 300 million in project fraud, and for these projects, the primary person responsible is Vice President GAO, the second person responsible is Jason Zhu.
Jason Zhou, aren't you going to explain to the group?
What does this prove? Who knows if it was Greg Wang collaborating with Vice President Gao to embezzle the group's money before making such accusations? Shouldn't we ask the other party involved?
I agree with Jason Zhu's statement. Get Vice President Gao over here immediately.
Miss Qian, something happened. Vice President Gao jumped off a building.
What did you say?
Speak, what exactly happened?
It's all over the company. They all say that Jason Zhou drove Vice President Gao to his death. This a suicide note was found in his office. Joseph Qian.
Janet, what does it say up there?
According to Vice President Gao's confession, the 300 million lost by the company group, a portion was given to Greg Wang. And the rest was split with Jason Zhu.
Nonsense. When did I ever...
Shut up. The group doesn't want to hear your explanation. Greg Wang, you tell us, is this true or not?
Jason Zhu, you're doing this to clear your own involvement. You've ruined me. Why did you force Vice President Gao to his death? Now you've left everyone with no proof. You're too much.
Everyone. Since the matter is now clear, I propose we immediately vote by raising hands on how to deal with Jason Zhou. To expel such a corrupt and morale-damaging employee, sweep out of the group.
I disagree. Senior management of the group, since when do we listen to a dead person's one-sided story? Chairman, why are you here?
The group is in turmoil over a corruption scandal and a vice president has died. In just a few minutes, the stock price plummeted and crashed on the brink of delisting. Tell me, shouldn't I come?
Chairman,
Immediately, right now, everyone, figure out how to discipline Jason Zhou and come up with a plan to recover the group's losses.
Chairman, whether Jason Zhu embezzled the group's money is still under investigation. What if we make a hasty decision?
What? Are you challenging my authority?
I wouldn't dare.
Chairman, I believe the reason for the stock price crash lies with Jason Zhou, so I suggest expel him from the group and send him to jail. Only in this way can we recover the stock price and recover the group's losses. How about this? As usual, let's vote by raising hands. Raise your hand if you agree.
I agree as well.
The minority should obey the majority. Jack, what do you think?
I,
Jack Qian, and any resolutions by Bella Song are considered void. I announce the immediate removal of all positions held by Jason Zhou. A comprehensive review to recover the group's losses.
Regarding what the chairman said, I'd like to add one more thing. Not only does Jason Zhou need a comprehensive review of his issues, but he should also take it as a serious lesson. I suggest making him a typical example and immediately informing the entire group. Joseph Qian.
Wait. Such a punishment based on fabricated facts and false accusations, I absolutely do not accept.
How dare you? You have no evidence to prove your innocence, yet you still dare to cause trouble. Jason Zhou, the group has given you face, right?
Who said I have no evidence?
Just because of you. If you have evidence, show it.
Everyone, this is the list, what I found. Within the group, employees colluding with Greg Wang. Vice President Gao's will spew slander against me.
Everyone. If this is a list formed by selling the interest chain, upstream and downstream, and exempting Jason Zhou's issues, then the group's internal anti-corruption efforts would just become a joke of catching the small fish and letting the big ones go.
Chairman, an employee has made a great contribution. Yet we neither praise them, nor do we stop others from falsely accusing them. If this continues, who would dare to contribute to the group? What do you think, Chairman?
Ridiculous. Praising an employee who extorted a full 200,000 from subordinates. When did our group start having such strange rules?
Ha 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 ha. Our group is really like a small temple with big evils and shallow waters with many turtles. You, as a leader, don't even know how to fish. Then please, stick your head out of that turtle shell and take a good look. Can fish bite without bait? Would fish take the bait?
The 200,000 bribe from Greg Wang was handed over by Jason Zhu early on.
You mean to say, the solicitation of bribes was intentional, to lure Greg Wang in? Then why, during my routine inspection before, didn't you explain it to me clearly, and provide a list?
Miss Chen, I sincerely apologize for my arrogant and overbearing attitude towards you. Before, within the group, everyone is being greedy. To avoid alerting them, I only informed President Jack he had no choice. I'm sorry, it's my oversight. I asked the group to punish me.
Chairman, I was afraid the audit department would be too timid to investigate further. That's why I informed Jason Zhu and set up this situation to get your attention. It was wrong of me to hide it. Please punish me.
Nonsense. Who says I'm afraid to investigate?
Miss Qian, President Qian, absolutely. Didn't mean to target you. It's just that you should take a look first at this list and see whose people.
Speak. Whose are these?
Chairman. You should see for yourself.
Chairman. This.
Janet. You personally audit this list, no matter who is involved. Investigate thoroughly without leniency. Understand.
Understood.
As for Greg Wong, dismiss him immediately. Hand it over to the audit department for a comprehensive review.
President Rick, you need.
Shut up. Not only should we investigate, but we must also deal with it strictly and severely. To eradicate the corruption within the group.
Chairman. Jason Zhu has made a great contribution. We should reward him generously, I think. He should be appointed as the head of the project department. Overseas import and export trade, let him be in charge as well. What do you think?
Jack, you're being too stingy. If you're going to promote him, do it exceptionally. Raise Jason Zhou's level, directly from K6 to K8, transfer him to the administration department, make him the head.
Exceptional promotion. But from my perspective, Jason Zhu seems to be demoted in disguise.
Bella. I will follow President Rick's arrangement. If the employees ask, I will absolutely deny it. Even if one makes a contribution, they won't be heavily utilized. Everyone's promotion path is blocked by the top management of the group.
Jason Zhou's level is adjusted to K8, Rick Qian. The overseas business you're in charge of, later. Hand it over to him. Meeting adjourned. I only have 6 months left. Tell me. Why don't you have a son yet?
Dad.
Text style.
Dad. Aren't you undergoing chemotherapy? How come all of a sudden? How about I take you abroad for a checkup? Maybe there's still hope.
No more fussing at my age. The most important thing is to return to my roots. And you. Can't you just fight for this?
Dad, we promise to expand the family as soon as possible. We won't let you worry.
It's not a promise, it's a certainty. 2 months later, I will announce the will. Do as you see fit.
Brother. You know, honestly, how can you be so useless? Unlike me. With 2 sons. I'm having a hard time deciding who should inherit the group in the future.
Rick Qian, stop making sarcastic comments here. Let me tell you. The future chairman of Ivy Group is me. And can only be me.
Right. But how come Bella hasn't shown any signs of pregnancy yet? Ha ha ha.
President Jack. President Jack, calm down. Calm down. Don't worry. I promise to complete the task.
Sorry. I lost my composure. You heard what the old man said, didn't you? So our plan, it needs to be changed. Also, Rick Qian, his wife Stella Lin, is the head of the overseas department. Make sure to block all project approval processes. Give her a hard time.
Understood.
Honey? What do you mean by that?
Honey, let's play the game we played that day again.
You've figured it out, huh?
Finally got a perfect score. What if we don't continue, and you end up with a blank paper again?
I have a small request. For the next 2 months, let's both play this game. Complete the task the old man assigned. How about it? Then hurry up.
Honey. This time, let me help you review.
What's going on?
Bella needs to review. I almost gave myself away.
Honey,
Where did you go? You're such a buzzkill.
Jason just came to see me. He said the old man called me. Well, I couldn't just not answer, right?
You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Honey, I was exhausted just now. You.
Boss, didn't you say you'd assign me to assist your wife in managing the overseas business? How come? It's been handed over.
There's no other way. The old man has spoken. Later on, I'll make you the supervisor of another business division.
Rick Qian. Rick Qian.
Director Lin.
Rick Qian. Of all things to lose, you just had to lose your wife's overseas business responsibilities. That's really irresponsible of you, isn't it?
Honey. You know, don't rush.
In the future at the group, I have to watch Jason Zhou's mood. How can I not be anxious?
Jason Zhou can set me up. Why can't I set him up? It's just that. I need to trouble you, my dear wife, to make a small sacrifice.
Speak.
What are you saying?
Honey, calm down. Do you really think I would send you away? It's just for show. Use Jason Zhou to block your approval process, to lure him in, just to get evidence.
That's indeed a way. But why don't you let her go?
Director Lin. I do have the intention, but Jason Zhu sees me as a thorn in his side. He wouldn't fall for it.
Honey, don't worry. After the deal is done, when I become the chairman, I'll give you a 10% share. How about that?
Well, I'll give it a try.
My wife is really understanding. Come on. Come on. You want shares, I cannot give it to you. Come on, babe, quick, let's continue.
What if someone comes in again, boss? Let's go to the underground parking lot.
You're really good at this, so many tricks, let's go.
Take it easy.
I'm in such a hurry.
Don't rush. There are so many people. Let's go to the car. You're annoying. You promised to divorce your wife. But you haven't done it.
Why are you in such a hurry? Once she's done with that thing, we'll have a reason to get rid of her.
Come in.
Boss, I'm here to report on work.
Director Lin, you are President Rick's wife. I need to report. It's also my job to report.
Secretary Zhou is smooth in handling things, so don't put me off any longer. The overseas business project has been approved. Give me a hand. Sign here, please.
It's a misunderstanding. How could I possibly put this aside? The process hasn't been fully approved yet. So we still have to follow the rules, right? Otherwise, if I sign against the rules, it would just cause trouble and implicate Director Lin. Being held accountable by the group, that would be a big problem, right?
The higher-ups set the rules, the lower ranks make the decisions. What do you think?
Although, in terms of rank, I am your superior, but in work, how could I possibly manage you, right? Please be patient a little longer. It won't be much longer. Here's what I'll do. I'll make a commitment. I will personally oversee the project progress. There will absolutely be no delays because of any conflicts with your husband, deliberately making things difficult, giving someone a hard time.
Secretary Zhou doesn't seem like someone who doesn't know how to be flexible. Helping someone opens many paths, offending someone creates many obstacles. You reap what you sow. Right?
That's true. Right now, I happen to need a secretary. I wonder if Director Lin can handle it. Don't overthink it. This job isn't like when there's work, the secretary does it. When there's nothing, nothing gets done.
Your conditions are too much. Don't forget who my husband is.
That's exactly why I can't afford to offend him, your husband. So, with good intentions, I came up with a solution. If you're not satisfied, then just wait for the process. Don't worry. If the project fails, I will definitely not let you take the blame.
If I agree, will you sign?
After work tonight, I'll book a hotel suite at Ivy Group Foreign Trade Department to thoroughly test Director Lin's business skills.
Then keep it a secret for me.
Deal.
How's it going?
Did you get the evidence?
Thanks to you, honey, you've worked hard.
Let's make it clear first. You promised me before to help you bribe Jason Zhou. Once you become the chairman of the group, you'll give me 10% of the shares. This matter, you won't go back on your word, right?
Why would I go back on my word? I can't wait for that old man to die soon. That way, you can take the position of my vice president, assist me in managing the group. Come on. Please inform the chairman and all the senior executives of the company to attend a meeting.
Rick, why are you suddenly calling an emergency high-level meeting? What's going on? Please explain to everyone.
Jack doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Are you just looking for an excuse to make things difficult for me, CFO? Regarding your secretary, Jason Zhou, I have something very important I want to report to everyone. I hope the group will handle this seriously and give me justice.
Why is it Jason Zhou again? Speak. What trouble has he caused this time?
Jason Zhou abused his position to force my wife into a sexual bribe, engaging in money for sex transactions.
Did you say?
President Rick, administrative department, you have to take responsibility for what you say. Making things up out of thin air, a one-sided story, making false accusations, even if I didn't make a mistake. Even if I did, are you saying the upper beam is crooked, so the lower beam is slanted.
Secretary Zhou's ability to distort facts is really impressive. It's worth learning from. According to the company's regulations, let's follow the procedures. I want to see if we're criticizing the lower beam or dealing with the upper beam.
Everything should be based on facts. That's also the rule.
I agree, everything requires evidence. Whether the group should blame Jason Zhu, we should ask the other party involved. Before making accusations, that's the right thing to do.
Go, call your wife over here, for questioning.
Come in.
Speak, did Jason Zhou abuse his position to force you into sexual bribery? Is that true?
Chairman. This did happen.
Jason Zhu. Please explain to everyone.
President Rick, I'm in charge of the overseas business. That's all the chairman's decision. You and your wife teamed up to spread false accusations. I don't mind taking some disciplinary action. But aren't you criticizing the chairman for not recognizing people clearly? Are you challenging the chairman's authority?
Rick, I have to criticize you a bit here. If you have issues with the chairman, you can just say it directly. No one will blame you. Why use such despicable means to vent your dissatisfaction with him?
Is that so?
Chairman, how would I dare challenge your authority? About Jason Zhou's issue, I have substantial evidence.
Show it.
Then everyone, listen. Who is really trying to confuse everyone?
After work this evening, I'll book a hotel suite to thoroughly test Director Lin's professional skills.
Then keep it a secret for me.
Chairman, an employee made a mistake. Not only did they not admit it, they also deliberately smeared their superior. As the head of the HR department, the main responsibility lies with me. Please criticize me.
Nonsense. Why should I criticize you? Jason Zhou. You are quite bold.
Chairman, if it's about joking with Director Lin, that's quite bold. Then I'm really wronged. Besides, I have another matter I'd like to discuss with you.
Go ahead.
Bringing a recorder to report work to the leader, doesn't that mean the leader can't make mistakes? It all depends on the intention, doesn't it? Our group, since when did we have such a rule? Is it because my level is not high enough? Or am I just not worthy of being informed?
Stella, please explain to everyone properly. Otherwise, everyone might think you two are teaming up. Set up my secretary. Everyone agrees, right?
Hold on. Who said the recording source was my wife?
If not Stella Lin, then who else could it be?
Speak. What exactly happened?
Director Lin, I'm sorry. That day I passed by Jason Zhu's office. I didn't mean to secretly record your conversation. I didn't expect that for the sake of performance, you really let President Rick down.
Megan Liang, do you know the consequences of speaking recklessly?
If my subordinates stand up for me, for the sake of my reputation, then I'm willing to take full responsibility. So regarding this matter, please give me an explanation.
Given that, family scandals should not be spread outside. And for the sake of my brother's reputation in consideration, so I suggest not to escalate the situation. I propose both parties should be punished equally. Whether it's Stella Lin or Jason Zhu, both should be suspended without pay, and in front of everyone in the group, make a self-criticism. Jason Zhu, you better reflect on yourself.
President Jack, I promise.
Wait. My personal reputation is not important. What matters is, the company's standards for work ethics must not be broken. What if in the future everyone starts to imitate Jason Zhou? What would we do then? So this precedent cannot be set.
I'm all ears. Rick, what are your thoughts on this?
I firmly support the company's efforts to rectify internal conduct. So regarding Jason Zhou, and the issue with my wife, even if she is my wife, I will not protect her. No leniency.
Okay. All right. Then I'd like to ask you, how do you plan to handle this matter?
Divorce. Separation.
Rick Qian, you're going too far.
President Rick, Sen, please calm down. Director Lin and I were just joking. We didn't actually do anything. With your high level of leadership, if because of a misunderstanding, making a big deal out of nothing, a low-level mistake of overreacting, then I really am guilty of a major crime.
Are there different shades of green hats? Defining serious misconduct as a joke to avoid responsibility, everyone, let's discuss, is such an employee reasonable?
I think we should make Jason Zhu and Director Lin a typical example and criticize them throughout the group, demote them completely. So that the employees below won't dare to do whatever they want and strictly adhere to the rules and regulations. In order to eliminate unhealthy trends within the group, President Rick has set an example. By being impartial, the awareness of all the leaders is exceptionally high. I believe they will definitely make the fairest and most just decision.
Listen to this, everyone, just a few flattering words, forcing us to take a stand. My brother, what kind of secretary did he hire? Clearly, he found someone to sit above us, issuing orders like a good leader.
Well, since no one seems to care, I won't comment either. If this unhealthy trend continues to spread in the group, affecting the company's stock price, then I won't be held responsible.
This issue must be dealt with seriously by the group.
And I think someone else needs to be dealt with.
Who?
What is Jason Zhou's status? What is my wife's status? If it wasn't for you instigating him from behind, would he dare to use such despicable means? Jack Qian, you tell me. What punishment should he bear?
Rick, as leaders, we need to be realistic. Making use of issues for personal gain is not a good practice.
All right then. Let's be realistic. I propose the group immediately initiates an investigation into Jack Qian. Raise your hand if you agree.
What is there to investigate? Jason Zhu, the kind of tricks you pulled behind my back really disappoint me. Do you think you're worthy of the training I've given you?
President Qian?
Joseph, everyone, I propose not only to make Jason Zhu and Stella Lin's matter a typical case, but also to expel them from the group additionally. From now on, no matter who dares to make such a mistake again, regardless of their level, they should be punished thoroughly with no leniency. What do you all think?
I have no objections.
You are determined to impose severe punishment on this matter of infidelity. If discovered, it must be dealt with strictly, leaving no room for leniency. Is that right?
Shut up. There's no room for negotiation on this matter. The resolution was passed unanimously. You can't have the slightest opinion.
Fine. Fine.
All right, there's no need for unnecessary words. Within 3 days, complete the divorce procedures as soon as possible.
Chairman. I'll make it clear today, I'm not the one who cheated, it was someone else. Why is the group only punishing me? Hey. Everyone, the person the group truly wants to punish is him.
What did you say, Chairman?
I am officially reporting Megan Liang and Rick Qian for having an inappropriate relationship. I request the group to initiate an investigation against him and deal with it strictly.
Just based on a few fabricated slanders, you want to convict a vice president. Do you think the group's regulations are just for show?
I have a video here. Please take a look, everyone.
After work tonight, I'll book a hotel suite. For an interview, Director Lin's business skills are...
Then keep it a secret for me. Jason Zhou, you're in such a hurry. To return it to me.
Acting with you. Are you addicted? How do you know? How would I know? Even being cheated on by Rick Qian, you didn't know. If you free, play more of the Land of Reeds to improve your mind.
Why should I believe your nonsense?
Look. Rick Qian. Give me an explanation.
Chairman, this.
Let me explain to everyone. The reason the group has a scandal involving a director, such a scandal, is because I was instigated by Rick Qian. I deliberately bribed Jason Zhou to get evidence, take down his caution, as the top leader of the project department. Actually, Jason Zhou and I are innocent. Instead, it's you, Rick Qian. You deliberately confuse right and wrong, abandon me after using me and propose divorce, and even make Megan Liang your mistress, help someone get promoted, forced me to bring out evidence to prove myself. Please, everyone, judge this fairly.
Chairman, Rick Qian and Megan Liang have an inappropriate relationship. It's a small matter, but the nature of this issue is significant. If not handled seriously, the employees below will definitely question the group's promotion system.
I remember the group doesn't seem to have a rule prohibiting office romances, right? If this too is considered an inappropriate relationship, then I have nothing more to say.
Rick, you're a married man.
Rick. As leaders, we need to solve problems, and not avoid the important issues or downplay them. Besides, about you instigating your wife to use seduction as bribery, you should provide some explanation, so everyone can make a judgment on what kind of disciplinary action you receive.
The group disciplines employees based on evidence. If it's just based on someone's instigation and just confirmed my guilt, isn't that too unfair and unjust, too?
Hold on.
Who said I lost? You're talking nonsense. Where's your evidence?
We should thank a kind person who helped us. Speak. Why do you have something on Rick Qian like this?
Rather than explaining, I'm more worried about Director Lin. You have a husband, and yet you can't get enough to eat every meal?
You.
It seems I've hit the nail on the head. However, there's no need to get angry and embarrassed. How about we join forces and deal with your husband together? What do you say?
How do you want to cooperate?
Let's take advantage of the situation first. And then, in the end, we'll turn the tables on him. Your task will be completed. As for the reward, in the future, the overseas business will still be managed by you. I won't interfere at all.
Why do you think I would help you against my husband?
You don't still think your husband will come back to you, do you? When he kicks you out and lets Megan take your place. Then what's there to talk about? You can leave now. Director Lin, is there anything else?
Help me give Rick Qian a green hat. Agree. I'll cooperate with you. However he embarrassed me, I will use the same way to get it back. What? Are you afraid to help me get revenge, or can't do it?
Trying to provoke me? Can you handle it? If it's less than this number, I give up.
So, what are you waiting for?
After going back, how will you handle the evidence against Rick Qian? I don't need to teach you, do I?
Don't worry. I will definitely cooperate with you fully. I am still up to the task. Your secretaries, right? Yes. So if there's nothing else, know what to do. Keep it in mind.
I'm always ready. Hello, President Jack. I have something to report to you.
Everyone. I have a recording here. Please listen carefully. Rick Qian went to great lengths to frame me and Jason Zhou. He put in so much effort. Let's make things clear first. You promised me before to help you bribe Jason Zhou. Once you become the chairman of the group, you'd give me 10% of the shares. You're not going back on your word, right?
Why would I go back on my word? I can't wait for the old man to die. So you can take my VP position and help manage the group.
Chairman, what's going on?
Have some water.
Calm down.
Why are you all standing there in a daze? Hurry up and get it sorted out immediately. We should decide on the punishment for Megan Liang and Rick Qian. What kind of punishment should it be? To calm down the chairman?
Why punish me? Clearly, President Rick and I were.
Shut up. Everyone, listen to me. I was influenced by Megan Liang. It was my lack of consideration. I suggest demoting Megan Liang to the lowest level and expelling her from the group.
You can't.
Shut up. As for what punishment I should bear, I voluntarily propose to suspend my salary for a year to reflect deeply.
Wait a minute, the chairman is still here. It involves the vice president's punishment. Shouldn't we at least consult him? Jumping to conclusions like this, isn't it a bit disrespectful to the chairman's authority?
So Jack, what do you think?
Chairman, I think
Let's be lenient.
transfer Rick Qian to head the administrative department. What do you think?
Then what about my work in the HR department? What should I do?
Everyone. I propose that Bella Song, the Vice President of Administration, promoted to Vice President of Human Resources. Who's in favor, who's against?
Jack. It's not that I don't support it, the workload in HR is too intense. What if Bella gets exhausted, and it affects the matter of having a child? What should we do then?
Chairman, I assure you, it won't interfere with either. If you still have concerns, I suggest reinstating Jason Zhu and Stella's positions and titles to assist me in my work.
Chairman, I fully support Bella's work.
Me too.
About my proposal. Let's have a show of hands. Janet.
Rick. You went too far this time.
Minority should obey the majority, I announce. Megan Liang is expelled from the company. Rick Qian. Demoted. Swap positions with Bella Song. Reassigned as Vice President of Administration. In the future, if you dare to propose divorce to your wife again, I will be the first one not to forgive you. Meeting adjourned. You all can leave now. Janet, you stay.
Dad, do you have any other instructions for me?
Janet, as long as you can before I die, complete a task, and I'll give you a 10% share. Just like your big brother and second brother were fighting earlier. No matter who inherits the group, they won't tolerate you.
What task?
Getting married.
Dad, you know, I'm a non-marriage believer.
Janet, I don't have much time left. I'm worried those two little ones really can't accommodate you. You also have stocks and husbands to back you up, don't they?
I'll try my best.
In 2 months, I'll announce the inheritance, not try. You must.
Dad, don't worry, I promise to complete the task.
Everyone, this time we can, riding on Rick Keen's head. Jason Zhu takes the lead. Don't you all agree?
That's right.
President Qian, I dare not take the credit. The reason Rick Qian lost the position of Vice President of Human Resources, I think, it's because everyone here worked together to relieve the burden for the future chairman of our group. So, I think everyone present deserves some credit.
Jason Zhu hit the nail on the head with that statement. Let me first make a statement to everyone. When I become the chairman of the group, I will definitely not treat our people unfairly. Everyone's level and annual salary will be raised a bit.
Thank you, President Qian.
Especially you, Jason Zhu. In the future, you'll be sitting in Rick Keen's position as Executive Vice President. Come on, let's congratulate him in advance.
Congratulations, congratulations.
President Qian, I will definitely repay your mentorship.
Alright, everyone go back to work.
We'll be leaving now.
Giant Ping Zhao. Stay for a moment.
Mr. Qian, do you have any other instructions?
From your procurement department, get me another 5 million. Is there a problem?
President Jack. When your wife was in charge of the procurement department, as the executive vice president, you covered for her. She didn't discover anything. However, now President Rick is in charge of administration. I'm afraid.
There are more solutions than difficulties. Making excuses and not wanting to progress.
How dare I, President Jack? Look at what you're saying. Then let's stick to the old rules. 90% for you. As for the money, I'll transfer it to your anonymous account.
How to mitigate risks. I don't need to say more, right?
You can trust me to handle it.
The usual way. Honey, let's continue playing the game today.
Last time I kindly wanted to help you. Review. And what happened? You stood me up. And you still want to take the exam.
Honey, it's all my fault. My fault. Don't worry. This time I definitely won't be lazy again. I'll help you review properly.
Considering you helped me get the deputy director position in the HR department. Let's continue today. The old man has instructed us. Time is tight and the task is heavy. How about we? Honey, why are you? Jason, why is it you?
Bella, keep your voice down. If President Jack hears this and finds out the plan failed, I'll be doomed.
Plan, tell me, what is really going on?
No.
You're not going to tell me, huh? Fine, then I'll go find Jack Chen right now. If he takes out his anger on you, don't blame me.
Bella,
How could he? How would he dare?
Bella, calm down. Well, President Jack also wants to get the family inheritance. This can't be helped.
In this kind of situation, what woman wouldn't be angry? That bastard Jack Qian, to inherit the group, even his own wife, he can just give away. I must have been blind. The last few times. It was you, right?
Bella, I'm sorry.
I knew it, that bastard with the last name Qian, how could he possibly get a perfect score? Every wrong has its source. It's not your fault. What can I blame you for?
Bella, thank you for understanding me. You know, between President Jack and me, it's President Jack's plan. After this, in the future.
Jason Zhu. Tell me the truth. Do you like Bella? If in the future I ask you to turn our fake act into reality,
A false thing becomes true. You're so beautiful, Bella. Of course I'm willing.
you don't have to agree so readily. If you want me to be your woman, we must set 3 rules.
Go ahead.
First, in the company, you must listen to me. Second, no betrayal. Third, if you ever have another woman and want to end this relationship with me, you must apply first. I decide when it's over. Do you agree?
I agree.
Then let's continue to fulfill your agreement with Jack Qian. However, let's skip this part.
Bella, are you really planning to have my...
The old man told me, as long as I successfully help the Qian family expand, he would give me 10% of the shares. But now, in this area, there is no progress. What if Jack Qian finds someone else in the future to continue this task? What should I do then? Don't overthink it. I'm not using you.
I understand. Only by getting the share scan we stop worrying about Jack Qian turning on us after we've served our purpose. He'll have to consider the consequences and won't be able to do anything to us.
Do you also think he would?
If it were me, I definitely wouldn't tolerate being cheated on continuously. Not only would I not retaliate, but I would also keep him around and continue to trust him. Bella, don't worry. I'll make sure we have a backup plan.
I believe in you. You should go back now. If you stay here too long, Jack Qian will get suspicious. Dr. Jing. Help me schedule it.
What's going on with you? How long has it been?
Bella insisted on testing me again. I couldn't do anything about it. President Jack. About how to kick someone when they're down and completely bring down Rick. Qian, I've come up with a good plan. President Jack, you can't catch a wolf without giving up your child. What do you think?
Yes. Let's do as you say.
I'm leaving now.
How dare you cheat on me? When I inherit the family fortune, if I don't destroy you, then my last name isn't Qian.
Secretary Dong,
What are you doing here?
President Qian asked me to check on the progress of the investigation on Greg Wang. How is it going?
We've used all possible methods, but we can't get a single word out of him.
Can I talk to him alone? If I manage to get anything out of him, the credit will be yours. However, I'll need you to cooperate with me in a little act.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's give it a try.
The boss is here. So, despite your busy schedule, you still found time to come and check on us. Am I a joke to you?
Quite the opposite. I'm here to discuss a collaboration with you.
Collaborate. Jason Zhou, are you dreaming, or not fully awake, or is your head on your backside? We're not on the same team. What kind of collaboration could we have?
Actually, think about it. You're working so hard for Rick Qian, risking your life. And then, not only does he not value you, he even has the group investigate you. What's so great about staying with them? What's worth staying for?
I don't want to hear your nonsense. Name your terms.
I'm speaking on behalf of President Jack. Cooperate seriously with the investigation. That would count as a meritorious deed. The group will not only end the review against you, but also consider promoting you. Why ruin your future?
Do you mean that by becoming a traitor who switches sides at the last minute, I'll have a future? Just a meaningless promise, and you expect me to change sides. What are you thinking?
There's no need to rush blindly down one path. Agree to cooperate. And with this transfer, you'll move to the PR department. The appointment letter for the top position takes effect immediately.
Trying to get information from me to deal with President Rick. Why don't you take a look at yourself? Do you have the leverage?
Being loyal is useless. If you really are Rick Qian's confidant, then why are you still being investigated here, treated as a pawn by others, and still don't know? Tell me. Aren't you a bit foolish too?
Shut up. Stop sowing discord. President Rick would never be like you. Audit Department Greg Wang.
Grade 1. President Rick issued a notice, officially ending the review on you.
Jason Zhou, did you hear that? President Rick would never be so treacherous, trying to win you over to switch sides, maybe in the next month.
Wait. President Rick also said he wants the audit department to send you in. Based on the mistakes you've made, there's no way you'll get out in less than 10 years, or 8.
What did you say? No. Impossible. I want to see President Rick. I want to meet him face to face.
It's too late. President Rick demands immediate execution. The group's security department personnel have already been arranged. Supervisor Wang.
Do you think Rick Qian is protecting you? Or sacrificing you? Protect himself? Using you? And then discarding you? Take him away.
You just mentioned the top position in the PR department. Does it still stand?
What leverage do you have? Do you have substantial evidence? Are you going to take down Rick Qian?
I do have it. But even if I do, how can you guarantee that Janet will team up with you against him?
Come with me to meet Miss Qian.
Come in.
Miss Qian, I'm here to report my work to you.
Boss. It's all because of you that I got fired from the group. Don't you owe me compensation?
Why panic? Once I become the chairman, I'll let you rejoin and be the vice president. Isn't that just a matter of a word?
You've been assigned to manage administration. To put it bluntly, that's like an ant after autumn.
Nonsense. I'm not at the end of my rope yet. I'll show my final trump card. It will definitely turn the tide. Let that bastard Jack Qian get what's coming to him.
The trump card is who?
Come in.
Director Zhao. Aren't you one of Jack Qian's people? This.
Secretary Liang, you've misunderstood. From the beginning to the end, I've always been a seedling planted by President Rick.
Welcome back, Director Zhao. How is it going? How did it turn out?
President Rick. Mutual benefit is the foundation of cooperation. Don't you think so?
Oh, you. Don't worry. When I inherit the group, I'll make you vice president and give you stock options. There's a bonus every year.
Thank you, President Rick.
Remind me to mention the conditions. You won't play Stella Lin's tricks. Are you deliberately setting me up?
Oh, President Rick, you're wronging me here. If you don't believe me, I'll strip to show you. President Rick. This here is what you asked for. It will definitely make Jack Qian fall out of favor with the chairman.
All right.
President Rick, Miss Chen has notified all executives for a meeting.
Okay, I'm heading over right now. You know what to do.
When I handle things, you can be assured.
Everyone, the reason I've gathered you here today is because there has been progress in the audit work. I will now report the details to everyone.
Wait a moment. Chairman. Before that, I would like to report something very important to you.
Go ahead.
It's been spreading within the group that Jack, taking advantage of his position in finance, has used improper means to embezzle the group's assets. Do you think we should issue a statement to clarify things for him?
What am I clarifying? It's obvious that someone is trying to ruin my reputation.
Jack, I also think this person is shameless and despicable. Who doesn't know you consider yourself to be chairman, the future of the group? This job in charge of finance, it's really so tight that not even water can get through, like an ironclad barrel. So, isn't this like guarding and stealing at the same time? Isn't this just moving from the left hand to the right hand? Don't you all agree?
This finance department, it's not anyone's private property. If someone wants to take my position, they should first check if the seat they're sitting on is clean or not. Investigate. Investigate thoroughly.
Chairman, I agree with your view. As soon as the meeting is over, I will immediately.
No need to trouble yourself. To quickly prove my brother's innocence, as soon as I got the news, at the very first moment, I launched an investigation. Therefore, I received relevant evidence, anonymously submitted by an employee. Please ask the group to assist with the audit.
Janet. You're the most professional at auditing. You do it. You do it. Tell me the results.
Chairman, this USB drive contains the financial statements handled by Jack, involves falsification and misreporting. The amount of misappropriated funds is
Tell me.
30 million.
Jack Qian, give me an explanation.
Chairman, please calm down. Anyway, our group is still under the Qian name. Jack is the future chairman of the group. This is not an advance payment of future income. It's not a big deal.
Rick Qian.
Jack, Please calm down first, I was just trying to prove your innocence. And ended up messing things up. If you really can't, you can criticize me.
Rick, you've put in so much effort, always thinking about me. As your big brother, how could I not appreciate it? But since I'm in charge of finance, being impartial might offend some people. This report could very well be a form of revenge against me. If I really made a mistake, then why did this person submit it anonymously? Why not criticize me directly? What? Is he afraid everyone will take sides and speak in my favor? Isn't this challenging evidence? Authority and credibility.
Rick Qian, who submitted this report? You can't give an answer. Don't say I'll discipline you first.
Second brother, don't blame me for speaking up. According to the group's regulation, only with sufficient evidence can an investigation be initiated against a vice president.
Chairman, it was the material I submitted.
Zhao Giant Jason Zhu. If you have any issues with me, just say it directly. It's not that I can't tolerate you. Why are you playing these tricks of falsifying reports?
Shut up. What on earth is going on? Let Jason Zhou explain.
Chairman, it was President Jack who asked me to repeatedly use fake reports in the purchasing department as an improper means to embezzle group funds. We split the money 9-1. After the money was laundered, it was then transferred to President Jack's anonymous account. Chairman, I really can't stand President Qian's coercion. That's why I had no choice. As for President Qian's anonymous account, I will hand it over immediately to assist the group's audit.
Fine. Very well then, Jack Qian. Embezzling the group's assets. Do you think I'm just a figurehead? Or do you want to anger me to death sooner? You take this seat.
Dad.
Shut up. The mistake Jack Qian made is extremely serious in nature. Everyone, let's discuss. What punishment should he receive?
Chairman, I think Jack did make a mistake. But for the group, managing financial affairs, he has worked hard, though he made a mistake. How about transferring him to the cement plant below, as the head, to improve his business skills?
Wait a minute. If I had known in advance, I would definitely have voluntarily withdrawn from the core of the group's power. But I want to ask Zhao Jianting, in the procurement department you are responsible for, who do you report to? This report, who signed it?
Bella Song, Vice President Song.
This clearly defines the responsibility. Bella Song. Tell me, why did you go behind my back and instruct Zhao Jianting to embezzle the group's assets?
This matter, I need to explain to everyone.
You'll need to explain. The group has promoted you to Vice President of Human Resources. It's to have you contribute to the group, not to cover up those mistakes. Bella, you really disappoint me. Everyone. I never expected Bella to be so audacious. It's my lack of supervision. Please let the group punish me.
Jack, but I think, with Bella's work style, it's absolutely impossible. If such a major mistake occurs, whose fault is it? It should be their fault. You can't just randomly push someone out to take the blame. Of course, my brother values truth and facts the most. Everyone, don't you agree?
Jack, going to the cement factory below, as the leader, might not necessarily be a bad thing. What about you?
I instructed Zhao Jianping to embezzle the group's assets. I, Jack Qian, would never have a son in this life. Chairman, what do you say? Whose responsibility is this after all?
So what do you think should be the punishment for your wife?
Chairman. Since the chairman has already spoken, we must be fair and just. According to the company's regulations, we should issue a punishment. We can't just make a big deal out of it and then let it slide. I hereby announce that Bella Song is expelled from the group.
Jack Chen. Don't go too far.
Even though you are my wife, you have crossed the company's bottom line. I must punish you severely. If the employees follow your example, what will happen? My only concern is for the company's well-being. You understand me, don't you?
Everyone, take a look. This is what a good leader is. Cherishing reputation, impartial and selfless, not hesitating to punish his own wife. This is a good leader. President Jack really has given us a vivid lesson. Since we've made up our minds to have Bella take the blame, then as per our usual practice, let's have a vote on whether to pass the resolution to dismiss Bella from the group.
Janet. What do you think? I agree too. But I'd like to remind everyone, with Jason Zhou's current level, he also has 1 vote.
Jason Zhu is my secretary. His opinions have always been highly consistent with mine. It's pointless to ask him.
Chairman. I admit that I embezzled from the group 30 million in assets.
The group unanimously passed the resolution to dismiss you. Now you're here to plead. It's too late.
I took this money for the Qian family.
What do you mean?
Take a look at this.
What did you just submit to the chairman?
My medical examination report.
I have a first son and a grandson now.
Chairman, the 30 million I took was to having a child for Yi Qian family. I had a surgery. As for what kind of surgery it was, I won't say. But everyone understands, right?
Honey, how did you get pregnant? You didn't even tell me about such a big thing.
What? Are you blaming me?
Bella. I think we should check again just to be sure. What if the hospital gave the wrong report, or if it's fake?
I have no objections.
Rick Qian, shut up for me. How dare you speak like that to a great contributor to the Qian family? I announce the immediate abolition of the decision to dismiss Bella Song. What embezzlement of group assets? This is just a misunderstanding. Does everyone agree?
I agree.
Chairman. Zhou Jianping, always thinking for the group, deserves praise, in my opinion. Let him be responsible. The work at the cement plant below has changed from being under the leadership to being top leader. This is indeed a promotion.
I agree. Meeting adjourned.
Wait. Chairman. Do you think it's a coincidence? There are also rumors in the group that President Rick is embezzling assets. Do you think we need to...
Rick Qian. Is that true?
The employees gossiping, is that their freedom? Jason Zhou, I know you mean well. But for this little thing, blaming this and that, doesn't it make me look like I lack tolerance? I'm doing this for your own good. You can't let me take the blame.
The group just decided to investigate me. Now it's your turn. We have to check it out. Let's see whose hands are not clean. Treat everyone equally, just for show. Don't resist. Investigate it. It's also good to give everyone an explanation. Chairman, don't you think so?
There's no harm in investigating.
let's not mention it for now. These are rumors spread by some employees within the group. Even if it's true, where's the evidence? Jason Zhou. I'm asking you, does the group have executives who would lightly take responsibility for a rumor and face disciplinary action? Find it and show everyone.
You're right. To prove it to you, I immediately started the investigation. Therefore, I collected the relevant evidence. However, it was submitted with a real name.
Who is it?
Come in.
Greg Wang. Why is it you?
Everyone, I am here to make a real name report. The upstream beneficiary of the group assets I have embezzled is Rick Qian.
You, just with a few words, you team up to put such a big label on a leader. Since when did our group allow employees to have such a work style?
I agree with your statement. Whether it's labeling wrongly still depends on the evidence, right? Greg Wang.
The group assets I have embezzled were all handed over to Rick Qian to avoid being discarded after use. Every single account of this, I remember everything. President Jack, you have a background in finance. If you want to trace these funds to their final destination, it should be easy for you, right?
Greg Wang, how dare you betray me?
You Qian, you were the one who pushed me to the edge first. You're the one who asked someone to send me in. Why should I take the fall for you? Take the blame.
Nonsense. If I really did that, who in the group would dare follow me in the future?
Chairman, you see, Greg Wang has also made amends. He's worth considering for a promotion. As for President Rick, how do you think we should handle it?
The 4 million. I will hand it over in full.
4 million, I'm afraid it's just the tip of the iceberg, everyone. The list submitted by Jason Zhou earlier, you all haven't forgotten, right? My audit department, the results of the investigation are out.
Janet.
Chairman, please take a close look. The assets embezzled by these people from the group. Who did they ultimately end?
Rick Qian. Look at what you've done.
Janet Chen Y, why would you help him and not me?
Everyone, besides the audit department's investigation results, I have one more important thing to announce.
What is it?
You said you wanted to report some work to me.
Miss Chen, there's a collaboration I'd like to discuss with you.
Collaboration? Jason Zhou, did my brother ask you to come? Go back and tell him, my stance hasn't changed. As long as he's with Rick Qian in the company, fight however you want. I don't care. I have only one rule, I won't help anyone. Get out.
Miss Qian. Why rush to send guests away? If you have the patience to hear my terms, maybe we could become win-win partners.
Nora, see the guest out.
As long as you help President Qian, he'll transfer this 10% share to you. Once you sign, the transfer becomes effective immediately.
What did you say? Do you think this 10% stake is too little? My two brothers guard against me, like I'm a thief. Especially Jack Qian, he's the stingiest. Would you really be willing to transfer this 10% stake to me?
You've misunderstood. This was my idea.
Why?
Whether Jack Qian wins or loses, they can both get shares of the group. But you end up with nothing. Are you okay with that? Do you really think I can't see that you also want to inherit the group? Calm down. It's because I saw it. I also feel sorry for your despair. That's why I took the risk, to persuade President Jack, so that you could also have the right to inherit the chairman's legacy.
Just based on this, you can't convince me. Who knows, with your cunning. If you're setting a trap for me.
I wouldn't dare. Let me be honest. The reason I persuaded President Jack firstly is because I feel sorry for you. Secondly, I want to leave myself a way out.
Really? You are my brother's #1 trusted aide. Would he really discard you after you've served your purpose?
If you don't believe me, just pretend I was never here. Without any shares to back me up. When Jack Chen kicks me out, you'll understand what it means. But the lips are gone, the teeth are.
Stop right there. Marry me. And I'll agree. What? Marrying me as your wife is a loss?
Why me?
Once we're married, I'll have 10% of the shares. Compared to others, I think you're more reliable. But the premise is, our marriage is fake. Whether it can become real in the future, depends on you. So, do you agree?
If one day Jack Qian really turns against me,
You're my husband. Would he dare?
deal. I've already settled things with Greg Wang. Sorry to trouble you, honey. Quickly review that list. Give Rick Qian a harsh blow.
Don't push yourself too far. Jason Zhou will be my husband from now on. Please take good care of him.
All right. I was wondering why you're so biased. Turns out it's because of Jason Zhou, that bastard. You're tangled up with him. What gives him the right?
Brother, you're so eager to defend yourself. Are you trying to cover up a grave mistake you've made?
What you're saying is too alarmist.
Everyone. Thanks to Greg Wang's active cooperation, I conducted a surprise audit of all the employees on the list. Based on their statements and reports, it was discovered that Rick Qian embezzled the group's assets, amounting to a whopping 80 million.
Janet Qian, no matter what I say, I'm still your second brother. How can you side with outsiders, instead of your own family? What kind of nonsense has that Zhou guy been feeding you?
Rick, it's because you've been too greedy.
You can't blame Janet for this. You're the one who let down the chairman's trust and the trust of the group. I propose we immediately initiate the dismissal procedure for Rick Qian.
I protest. No matter what I say, I'm still a founding member of the group. At worst, I'll give all the money back. I'll withdraw from the core power of the group. Are you really not going to show any sentiment at all? Not even a little bit?
Do the founding members of the group have a get out of jail free card? Repeatedly violating the group's bottom line. Now that the secret is out, do you still expect everyone to be lenient? So many group companies have fallen this way. Chairman, are we, the IB group, going to follow in their footsteps?
Chairman, you mustn't.
Shut up. Do you have to bring the group down before you're satisfied? I support it. Initiate the dismissal procedure for Rick Qian. Dismissal procedure. Everyone, please raise your hand to vote. Okay, passed unanimously. Rick Qian, you are expelled from the group.
Chairman, for the sake of strengthening the group's management, I volunteer to take on more responsibilities, overseeing the administration department.
Chairman, I suggest Jason Zhou also serves as Deputy General Manager of Administration.
Janet Qian, your proposal, as the elder brother, I fully support it. But when it comes to the promotion of the Deputy General Manager, as his wife, you need to avoid it to prevent suspicion. That's the right thing to do.
The reason the group was able to uncover a series of corrupt officials, Jason Zhou is at the top of the list. Shouldn't he be promoted? Jack, Jason Zhou is your secretary. If his position becomes more prominent, wouldn't it also reflect well on you, right?
I agree with Janet's point. Starting today, Jason Zhou will serve as the Deputy Vice President of Administration, overseeing the project department, and his level will be promoted to K10.
Jason Zhu is now a vice president, so it's not suitable for him to continue as my secretary. He will move out from my place soon. The group will definitely follow the system to arrange a new residence for you. What are your thoughts?
President Jack, I will follow your instructions. By the way, Chairman, the Public Relations Department is under administration. I think Greg Wang is quite suitable to be the leader. What do you think?
Leader, I'll follow wherever you point. Absolutely not ambiguous.
I will announce the will in 3 days. Meeting adjourned.
That bastard Jack Chen. It's one thing to make me take the blame, but he even targeted you. He's simply inhuman.
Bella, calm down. Don't get yourself worked up. Next time we'll find a chance to turn the tables.
I want to turn the tables right now.
You mean
Give him a few more cuckoldings.
Bella. About marrying Janet. I need to admit a mistake to you.
You don't need to explain to me. I don't blame you. She is the one you gave us, looking for a way out, right?
That's right.
I know. Marrying her is like having an insurance policy. Jack Chen will have some reservations and won't dare to go too far. However, since it's a fake marriage, our relationship is still up to me to decide. It ends when I say it ends. If you dare to back out, I just...
How could that be? Bella, the priority is to keep an eye on the chairman. Once the will is announced, Jack, Qian becomes the winner if he wants to smoothly inherit the group. There are two ways to take over and seize power.
Don't worry. I'll arrange it right away.
President Jack, wait a moment.
You guys,
President Jack, I'd like to talk to you.
We want these brothers, defeated the strong with the weak, beautiful.
Megan Liang, how dare you betray me?
A wise bird chooses a good tree to nest in. Blame yourself for being so disappointing. You can't compete with President Jack. What does it have to do with me? I'm here to deliver a notice from President Jack. Not only are you getting kicked out of the group, Stella Lin is also stripped of her position as head of overseas business. You have no say at all. Don't even think about making a comeback.
You're not even qualified to mock me. Get lost now.
Hey Jason Ju. 3 days later, the old man, when the will is announced, can you do me a favor?
Do you know why I called you all here today? You all have an idea, right? While I can still breathe, I must announce the will. Dad, let me express my stance. No matter what decision you make, I will support it 100%.
Dad, my opinion is the same as Jack's. It's the same.
All right. Let's first arrange the distribution of shares. I announce to leave 10% of the shares to Janet.
Dad, it's not that I don't support giving shares to Janet, it's just that Janet is too inexperienced. She can't tell who's sincere and who's just trying to climb up and marry her for her money. If she gets deceived, she'll end up with nothing. Janet, don't blame your brother. I'm doing this for your own good. What nonsense are you spouting? Can't you stand seeing your sister doing well?
Dad. Rick has a point, I agree with him. How about...
You shut up. I'm not dead yet. Do you have the right to make decisions? If I hear one more word against Janet, I'll donate all the shares. Understood?
Chairman, please calm down. That's later on. I'll sign a prenuptial agreement. I absolutely won't touch your daughter's shares or related assets.
Jack, Rick.
Jack and Rick. Are you relieved now?
Very well. Then Janet will get 10%. What about Bella? You've contributed to the expansion of the Qian family. You get 10%. The eldest gets 50%. The second gets 20%.
Thank you, Dad.
Dad, who gets the remaining 10%?
You hold it for now. If in half a year, she and Jason Zhou succeed and contribute to the family's expansion, then transfer it to her. If the task isn't completed, it all goes to you. Jason Zhou. Can you complete the task I assigned to you?
Dad, I think you shouldn't make it hard for him. If you push Janet too much, she might imitate Bella and spend millions on some minor surgery. then where would our family's reputation go?
Janet, I'll handle the group's matters. How about I give you a long vacation? You and Jason can go on a nice honeymoon. Otherwise, with the workload of the audit department, you might exhaust yourself. Look at this, Dad. With such heavy demands, how can we meet the targets?
Jack, there's no need to make a fuss about it. Jason and we will definitely complete the task.
Honey. Since Janet is so confident, let's not worry unnecessarily. What do you think?
Enough. The distribution of shares will be according to my decision. As for who will inherit the group, wait until I'm gone. Jack, you will inherit the chairman's position.
Dad, don't worry. I promise to make the group flourish.
Dad, since the major decisions are made, I would like to ask you to decide on a minor issue.
Go ahead.
I'm planning to divorce Rick Qian and take half of his assets and share.
Stella, are you out of your mind? You can get a divorce. But on what grounds can you take half of my assets and shares?
Dad, Megan and Rick have some shady dealings. You should know. He was the one who made the fundamental mistake first. So tell me, should I or shouldn't I? Divorce takes away half.
Well, this saying, that's how it goes. But your demands are a bit excessive.
True. Rick just made a mistake that all men are prone to make. It's not a big deal. Besides, IB Group belongs to the Qian family. No outsider has the right to take control.
Did you hear that? That's the attitude of the Qian family. You don't deserve to make such demands. I have one thing to say. You can get a divorce. But you leave with nothing. Don't even think about taking a penny from me.
Why?
Because Rick Qian owns all the assets and shares. They're all under the Qian name.
Stop making a fool of yourself here. I'll draft the divorce agreement later, and you better sign it and get out.
Rick Qian. You bastard.
Enough.
Jason Zhou, what do you want? Are you trying to go against the Qian family?
Outsiders helping outsiders. When did our Qian family come up with such bizarre rules? Janet, your judgment is a bit off.
Any decision Jason Zhou makes, I support it.
Janet, Dad just gave you shares. And you're already siding with outsiders. Is that appropriate?
President Jack, you misunderstood. I'm doing this for the Chen family's sake.
What do you mean?
Chairman, have you forgotten what Director Lin has in her hands? If President Rick, the video with Megan Liang was exposed, the group's stock price plummeted, then the money in his hand will be under the Qian name again. What's the use of that?
Dad, I agree with Jason Zhou's opinion. Once the stock depreciates, no matter how you calculate it, it's a loss.
Jason Zhou, I haven't offended you, right? Can't you wait for me to get back at Rick Qian first? Are you reminding me again? How does doing this benefit you?
Janet is my wife. Bella has been kind to me. Why should I because of you? Let the Qian family suffer unexplained losses.
Jason, what you say isn't without reason. But
Chairman, I do have an idea. That's a win-win solution.
let's hear it.
After Director Lin gets divorced, she will only have the right to dividends from the shares held by President Rick, not the inheritance rights. As compensation, President Rick will give her half of the annual dividends.
Jason, what kind of bad idea did you come up with? My share dividends, why should they be distributed?
Shut up. Stella. Jason's suggestion is the biggest concession our Qian family is willing to make. Do you agree?
Restore my position in the group, and I'll agree.
Fine. Then it's settled. But let me make it clear up front. If you want dividends every year, you must never let any scandal about my son affect the group's stock price.
Okay.
Since it's Dad's decision, I have no objections.
Tomorrow, accompany me back to our hometown. Returning to one's roots. I need to secure a good spot in the ancestral grave.
Okay.
You guys eat. I'm tired.
5 million. To solve 2 problems, are you in or not?
Miss Qian, you wanted to see me.
It's good news.
Afraid I might intervene. The prenuptial agreement, you've prepared it so quickly.
It's the confirmation agreement.
Confirmation. Didn't we agree on a fake marriage? How did it suddenly become real?
What do you think?
You want to get the 10% shares held by Rick Qian, right?
Let's look at the agreement first. To complete the task assigned by the old man. 1 week quality guaranteed, at least this amount. How about it? Is it difficult?
Not difficult?
What do you mean?
What do you take me for? Janet, you can use me, but you treat me like a tool. I've had enough.
You've had enough already?
Stop changing the subject. Once you get the proxy shares, you want to kick me out. Answer me. Is that true?
How can you think that? Am I that kind of person? I was originally thinking of you, given the goodwill, planning to share resources and stocks, but now there's no need for that. Just pretend that what I said earlier was never said. Get lost. Let go.
If you hadn't said that, even if you got someone to beat me to death, I still wouldn't agree. Now, it's unreasonable not to make it really.
You're tricking me.
It doesn't matter who's tricking whom. Time is tight and the task is heavy. The permanent agreement takes effect immediately.
No. Come to my house.
It's too late.
Based on your performance just now, it seems that in less than half a year, I will be able to get the 10% shares held by Rick Qian on his behalf.
What if he doesn't give it to you?
You love playing Conqueror's Blade so much. Can't you figure out such a simple strategy? He's in the group right now. It's like when the tree falls, the monkeys scatter, not having any say at all, so he will definitely try every means to win me over, to compete with my brother, to prevent our shares from being diluted.
Have you ever thought with Jack Qian's cunning, he might make a preemptive move?
What do you mean?
I seriously suspect.
Jason Zhu was really guessed right by you. Jack Chen really wants to.
Quickly stop this bastard from succeeding.
Hello. Rick. Didn't you say you would accompany me back to our hometown? Why aren't you here yet?
Dad, I'm stuck in traffic. I'll be there soon. Wait.
Rick. Hello.
Yes, I've received all the photos. I'll transfer the money to your account right away. There are a few more issues in a couple of days. Let's work together again. My dear brother. Don't blame me. Whoever took my shares must die. Megan Liang. Notify all company executives. For a meeting.
Who's calling you? Did something happen?
The chairman and Rick Chen are dead.
Stella Lin, what are you talking about? Rick had a car accident. My dad suddenly had heart failure. How did this happen? Jason Zhou, what should I do?
If I were you, I would help them get revenge first.
No, my brother would never.
But this is the reality. What if the chairman goes back on his word? What if he changes the will? To avoid long delays and complications, do you think that bastard Jack Qian would harm the chairman?
So what should I do now? I'll listen to you.
Come, sit down first. Director Lin, do you dare to team up with me to take down Jack Chen and support my wife, successor to the group chairman?
Who's going to succeed as the chairman of the group is an internal affair of your Chen family. Don't drag me into this.
Do you think you can stay out of it?
Why can't I? I have inheritance rights to Rick Chen's shares. If I ask Jack Chen to give me enough dividends every year, I can take the money and leave. To prevent me, a major shareholder, from causing trouble, would he dare not listen to me?
Stella Lin. It seems that Jason Zhou's previous efforts to help you secure inheritance rights to the shares were well-intentioned, but you took it as an insult.
Don't say it so harshly. At worst, after I get the money, I'll split it 50-50 with your husband.
You.
Honey, you go out first. I want to talk to her alone. What? Do you want to talk to me about? Jason Zhou, are you crazy? If I don't teach you a lesson, you'll keep making stupid mistakes. Why did Jack Qian even kill his brother? Just to reclaim the shares in his hands. If we don't bring him down, the next one to have an accident will be you. Say it. Are you still being silly?
No, let me go.
Louder.
I agree, isn't that enough? But you have to promise me one condition.
Speak.
After it's done, I continue to be your secretary.
What kind of secretary?
Didn't you say before, if there's work, the secretary does it, if there's nothing, they don't?
Our deal, isn't it already over?
So if I need something in the future, can't I find someone else? All right then. I'll just have Jack Chen offer a fixed price, and buy all my shares. Can he still do anything to me?
Everything's confidential. You decide the time and place in the future. I'll be there. That's more like it. Honey, come in.
Happy cooperation.
Happy cooperation.
Happy cooperation.
Miss Chen, the group is notifying all executives to have a meeting.
Let's go to the meeting.
Bella, come, sit down.
Everyone. The former chairman has had an accident. The group is leaderless, the stock price is plummeting. To quickly stabilize the situation, according to the law, I officially assume the position of chairman of Ivy Group.
Who's in favor and who's against?
Jack. You succeed as the chairman. I fully support it, but our immediate priority now, shouldn't we first take care of the late chairman's funeral arrangements? As his children, we should act with a clear conscience. Only then can he rest in peace, down there, right?
Janet, the group's stock price is fluctuating at this time. I, as the chairman, must step forward to steer this big ship. As the helmsman, handling the chairman's affairs is indeed important, but compared to the hard work he put in with his own hands, is as light as a feather. If we sit back and watch the stock price fluctuate, then we would be greatly unfilial. What do you think?
Since when did succeeding as chairman become the only solution to stabilize the stock price? Is there such a precedent in the stock market? Jack, please don't worry, and don't resist it. I'm proposing this with the whole picture in mind. If there really is one, then I'm definitely 1,100% in support of you.
It's all about human effort. If there's no precedent, then let's create one. Come on. To give Miss Qian some confidence, let's have a show of hands. Those who agree with me taking charge, please raise your hand. minority yields to majority. Janet, what's your opinion?
Okay. Since everyone here is so good at going with the flow, I have no objections.
Congratulations, President Chen, on becoming the chairman of the group.
Okay, so, next, I officially announce a personnel change. To stabilize the situation, the group has decided to establish an Arctic business division, promoting Jason Zhu as the head, Stella Lin as the deputy, for the group to create new glories.
Why?
Stella's group is in jeopardy. We all need to work together as one. I believe you are on the same page with us. If at this time there is any resistance to the group's decisions, then this misunderstanding could be huge.
You're overthinking it. I'm just being objective. In a place like Antarctica, where not even birds go, what kind of business can be expanded? Oh right. Regarding the group's business, Vice President Zhou knows best. You should consult him.
Jason Zhu, you were my secretary before. For the company's heavy responsibilities, your awareness cannot be low. Besides, the annual salary after promotion is as much as 3 million.
President Jack, expanding the group's regional business isn't bad, but staying at the headquarters to continue to make a big impact and shine can make me even more like this. Let me first make a statement to everyone. If the senior management of the group unanimously approves the personnel changes for me and Director Linton, we will firmly implement them without any objections.
I veto it.
Janet. According to the group's regulations, any resolution that challenges the authority of the chairman is considered invalid. Therefore, this personnel adjustment, regardless of who it involves, must be firmly implemented. Otherwise, they will be expelled from the group.
This isn't a personnel adjustment, it's clearly sidelining.
I haven't finished speaking yet, group. There's another thing, a backup personnel transfer.
Go ahead.
Hand over the shares. Immediately promoted to Deputy General Manager.
That's Jack's work for you. It's really impressive, however. Promoting someone from an overseas project manager directly to Deputy General Manager of the Finance Department. This business transition seems quite incompatible. I'm not questioning, I'm just clarifying for you, to avoid any misunderstandings, that you are using your executive position to exchange interests with shareholders, which could undermine your authority as chairman.
Director Lin has been in charge of overseas business and has worked hard for promotion. That's also a natural progression. Anyone in the company, the audit department must not nitpick. It's not just her. All shareholders. As long as they consider the bigger picture. Hand over their shares. The company will promote them, receive dividends every year.
There are many people in the group who have contributed greatly. I'll make way, and not compete.
I share the same view as Bella.
What about you?
Miss Qian, the group's rules and regulations. You know them better. I have a question. After shareholders hand over their shares, once their position is revoked, is there no veto power anymore?
Correct. The business division is incompatible. Let's appoint someone else as the deputy CFO.
All right. Since you all want to go to Antarctica, contribute to the company. Megan Liang. Expedite their travel arrangements. Next, I announce the second resolution. The group will allocate 100 to Janet Qian. After I took over the work-off audit department's work, she will have full authority to handle the former chairman's affairs and the morning duties for a period of 3 years.
Jack Qian. What exactly do you want to do?
Janet, didn't you just say you wanted me to handle the old chairman's funeral arrangements quickly? I'm supporting you, aren't I? The allocated funds are too little. Then I'll raise it to 200. You don't want to pay respects to the old chairman.
I do have the intention, but after I leave, who will be responsible for the audit department?
The group lacks everything. But there is no shortage of people who contribute to the group. Which senior executive can't handle such work? Since you have an opinion, then let's vote by a show of hands.
Everyone. I believe the
According to the group's regulations, the heads of business divisions no longer have voting rights in high-level meetings.
you misunderstood. I agree with your idea. We must handle both aspects. We need someone to stabilize the overall situation in the group, and we also need someone to handle the former chairman's affairs.
However, but what is it? I advise you to think it over. Any nonsense that disrupts the unity within the group will be dealt with by dismissal.
My wife does need to hand over the audit department's work, but her position adjustment should be to serve as the chairman of IT Group.
Jason Zhu.
Jack Qian, you ungrateful bastard. Stop barking at me here. Do you really think I don't dare to break ties with you? Everyone, I propose so immediately and right away. Initiate the process to remove.
I want to ask everyone, when can an ungrateful person, just with a casual remark, initiate a dismissal procedure against the current chairman?
Nonsense casual remark, everyone. He is suspected of harming the former chairman and President Rick. Shouldn't he be dismissed? If I had such intentions earlier, why wait until now? Because you're afraid? You're afraid the former chairman already set up a will that is unfavorable to you. You're afraid he left you nothing, and in the end, someone else would reap the benefits.
Everything needs evidence. Ask these people. Do they agree to initiate the dismissal procedure against me, the new chairman?
According to the rules, whether to initiate it requires a vote by the company's internal shareholders. Whoever has the higher share percentage will be listened to.
Janet, your shares combined with hers only make up 40. And as a major shareholder with 50, if I can't.
Who told you that you have 50%? Did you forget the equity transfer agreement you signed with me?
Jason Zhu. You are quite bold.
I should thank you for your guidance. It helped me develop the trait of always repaying kindness. If anyone dares to betray me, I dare to make them sacrifice everything. You can't catch a wolf without risking the child.
Currently, our equity ratio is 5-4. I announce.
Wait a minute. My wife also has equity. Why ignore her?
Bella. Who do you choose?
I.
Wait. Everyone. For the development of the group, I announce the official establishment of the vice chairman position, to be held by Vice President of Human Resources, Bella Song. She will be in full charge of all core departments of the group.
And will report only to me.
No one else has the authority to interfere.
Jack. When the old chairman was in charge, he wouldn't just be self-serving and authoritative, with just a casual word, handing over half of the group's power to someone else.
That's because you lack insight. New chairman, new atmosphere. If we always follow these old traditions to promote employees, how can the group develop? Besides, your wife is not an outsider. Being valued by the group is only natural.
So according to what you're saying, if you, this bastard, are removed, and my wife becomes the chairman, promoting your wife would be the same.
Jason Zhou's opinion is my opinion. Stella, what do you think?
Honey, although we've had some minor disagreements before, but our interests are deeply tied together. At this time, You absolutely cannot get confused.
Don't worry, I will definitely. Absolutely. Ensure to make the right decision.
All right. Come on. Tell them. Who do you support?
Everyone. I agree to dismiss Jack Chen.
Bella Song. What did you say? Why did you betray me?
Why are you so angry? I'm helping you prove your innocence. Initiate the removal, investigate it. As long as there are no unforgivable mistakes, no one will dare challenge your authority. I'm doing this for your own good. Don't be ungrateful.
Bella. Hard work will eventually pay off. I announce. The removal process of Jack Qian is officially approved. Now I will take over as the chairman of the group.
Janet Qian. Just because of something Jason Zhu said, without any evidence. You dismissed me. What's wrong with being the chairman? Ask them, which one of them will obey you. Raise your hand if you don't. A dignified group chairman. Unable to gain respect. If this gets out, the group's stock price will plummet. By then, it will be you, Janet, who personally destroyed the old man's hard work and dedication. You, Janet, are the most infilial one.
Jack. Chen. Bastard, stop with the moral blackmail. Who said I don't have evidence?
You do. Show it. Show it. I'm telling you, Jason Zhu. The chairman position is mine. No one can take it away.
Insolent. How dare you?
Dad.
I'm fine.
Dad. Tell me.
What exactly does Jack have?
Dad, it's so good that you're alive. Well, what are you standing there for? Everyone, welcome the chairman back to take charge.
Unfilial son, if it weren't for Bella, I would have been killed by you. Do you have the nerve to call me dad? Why did you bring these people here? To take my life?
The one who wants to kill you is Jack Chen.
Nonsense. How could my son do such a despicable thing? Putting on such a show. Just to sow discord, trick me into changing my will, to give you more shares. Is it possible?
2 questions. Who sent you here? And evidence, say one wrong word. And bear the consequences.
I'll talk. It's Jack Qian. He spent 5 million to buy your life and Rick Qian's.
Evidence. What I want is evidence.
Hello? 5 million. Solve 2 problems. Are you in or not?
Why? What makes you dare? You can take my life, Jack Qian. What makes you even his own brother won't let go of anyone?
Don't you understand yet? Your eldest son doesn't allow anyone to take his chairman position.
Are you saying that I should personally deal with Jack Qian? I've already lost one son. Can I afford to lose a second one?
Chairman, since you won't listen to advice. Next up, if it's your daughter's turn, Don't blame me for not saving her. Because I have to protect myself too. Plan an early escape.
Are you saying?
To buy back everyone's shares. If the soft approach doesn't work, then we'll have to use force. If you still don't believe me, then cooperate with me to take some photos. Test your son, to see what he's really like.
I'll do as you said.
Jack Qian, how dare you go against the chairman, you have some nerve.
Dad, you can't listen to these people's attempts to sow discord. I wouldn't dare to go against you.
Shut up. At this point, stop pretending to be clueless. Do you want all the Qian family members to die before you'll be satisfied?
Yes. You're right. Until everyone with the last name Qian is gone. Except for me, have died, then I'll be satisfied. Are you happy now?
What did you say? Unfilial son. Are you crazy?
I'm not crazy at all. Sending you, this old thing, to die with Rick Young. What's going on? What did I do wrong? The only thing I did wrong was not personally supervising the scene.
Why? Dad clearly doesn't have much time left. Rick isn't competing with you anymore. Why do you want to harm us?
Why? If it were you, wouldn't you worry that this old thing suddenly changes his mind? Change the will. Rick Qian, he deserves to die. Not just him, but also you, the one who took my shares, all deserve to die. Jason Zhu, you are 1,000 times more deserving to die, 10,000 times more deserving, 1,000,000 times. I really regret. I should have stripped you ungrateful wolf first. Sneaky. I'll take back their shares one by one.
Ungrateful wolves. Well, you're wrong about that. I'm truly grateful. For your guidance, you're strong and powerful. So, I'll unite the weak in the administration department. A single spark can start prairie fires. You taught me all this at the game of Conqueror's Blade.
Snapping at people like a mad dog. Aren't you just trying to avoid the responsibility for your brother's death?
That's your responsibility if you had given me all the shares earlier. How could I bear to targeted my brother? You, as a father, are the real culprit behind your own son's demise.
Fine. I'll change my will. Take back Jack Qian's shares, and have Janet Qian succeed as the chairman of the group.
I believe, under Miss Qian's leadership, the group will definitely grow bigger and stronger, and achieve great success. Everyone should congratulate her, so the new chairman doesn't misunderstand any of you about your stance.
Why her?
Everyone. Not only has Janet Qian succeeded as the chairman of the group, but she also received all of Jack Qian's shares. Stella Lin's and Bella Song's share proportions remain unchanged, but held by Janet Qian only enjoys dividend rights.
Chairman, you are burning bridges, isn't that too much?
You have contributed. But the group cannot allow again. Shareholders jointly remove the chairman's determination if you say one more word. I'll take all your shares. To Janet Qian.
You
bunch of idiots, teaming up to bring me down. What can you do? In the end, it was all for nothing. Let me tell you all, this group, it can only carry the Qian name.
You ungrateful son. This is not your place to speak. From now on, behave yourself and stay back home and reflect. Pay your respects.
All talk, no action. Isn't it unfair for you to do this?
Jason Zhou. He's the only son I have left. What do you intend to do?
Why did Rick Qian have that car accident? It's not like the group doesn't have evidence. So, he must be sent in to be a model.
Okay, sounds good. Our Qian family seems to have raised an ingrate. Jad. Divorce him immediately. Jason Joseph was Vaping. Janet Chen. Are you also trying to go against me?
Dad. Jack has to pay for what he's done. He must face the consequences. Besides, no one should cover for him. That's my stance.
How dare you? Do you not want to be the chairman anymore?
Dad, the group. If you keep holding on to these outdated thoughts, then the group and shares, you can give them to whoever you want. I don't care. Also, should we send Jack in? It's not up to you to decide.
That's right. With the evidence we have, it's enough to keep him in there for a lifetime.
Sir, do you think you still have leverage to protect your sons?
Is challenging my authority. Are you all crazy?
Someone. Take the old chairman back to his hometown to retire. Also, send this wicked and unreasonable person to prison for me. Give my second brother some justice.
Let's see who dares.
I am the chairman of ID Group. Let's see who dares not to listen to me. Take him away.
Jack Chen.
You.
Do you know why you lost? Because Jason Zhu's skills are better than yours.
I announce. The personnel changes previously announced by Jack Qian are all nullified. Does anyone have a... Since no one has any objections, as the new chairman, I am announcing several important resolutions. First, Stella Lin is to be swiftly promoted to Vice President of the Finance Department. Her equity will change to 20%. She will continue to hold shares and enjoy dividend rights and voting rights.
Thank you, Chairman.
Second, Bella Song's position as Vice President of the HR Department will remain unchanged. She will continue to hold shares and will also have 20% of the shares and enjoy voting rights and dividend rights.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thirdly, the group officially establishes the position of Vice Chairman to be held by the Deputy General Manager of the Administration Department, Jason Zhou. The Project Department will be fully responsible for personnel, position, finance, project, comprehensive work. After the resignation, the group will immediately cancel the Vice Chairman position.
I agree too.
Thank you, Chairman. I will never fail to live up to the group's nurturing.
Above, I have announced all my resolutions. As our group, there are all kinds of fence-sitters who go whichever way the wind blows. I promise, as long as everyone follows my lead and continues to shine and contribute to the group, I will let bygones be bygones. Otherwise, you will bear the consequences.
Vice President Lin. Shouldn't you be busy dealing with the mess in your finance department? How do you still have time to come here?
Vice Chairman Zhu, isn't it time for you to repay me somehow?
Then I must thoroughly test your secretary skills.
We will be in a long-term partnership from now on. I'll decide the time and place in the future. You can't break the appointment.
As long as my workload isn't heavy, I'm always available.
Everyone. Today's meeting, I only have one announcement to make. Due to the group's stock price doubling and skyrocketing under the leadership of Vice Chairman Zhou, I have decided to step down and pass the baton to Jason Zhou, who will officially take over as Chairman of Ivy Group. Let's welcome